let me read who followed me while I'm setting up the tournament again, because I continue to mess it up, basically. That stream's gonna be deleted, so. Thank you, Cash Deleted Account, and Nate MLG69T, or TESCO, for following. Now let me set up this tournament properly this time. I'm not going to change the title, because I had the title changed. It's going to take me a minute to change the title. So, basically I have to bring my Switch off of the capture card and then put it back on, and I don't know if that messes with the audio or not, so. See, I need Incineroar. And then King DDD, and it has to be the 3 King DDD because that was the one that won the tournament. And this time I'm going to shuffle it, and we're going to be good. Shulk's been in a tournament before, so we have to go back and eliminate all the people that have been in a tournament before. Don't see anyone else. I mean, not that they've been in tournament because they've won. Oh yeah, Ness is also in it underneath Shulk, so they both have to be random. I'm hoping Cloud gets into this tournament, because he's never been in a tournament before. You know, like Cloud, he's pretty cool. Final Fantasy VII is a pretty good game. I don't see anyone who's won a tournament in the past year. Notice that Lucina and Wolf are here, and they've never won a tournament. But yeah, this is the people that are going to be in this tournament, I guess. There is no Cloud, but there is Little Mac, so... let's see, we have Incineroar, King DDD, they both won a tournament in this set of 4. Then we have Sheik, Inkling, Zelda, Ryu, Olimar, Kirby, Greninja, Falco, Lucina, Pikachu Libre, for some reason, Mega Man, Little Mac, Wolf, and Lucas. And now they're being shuffled a lot, just as many times as I feel like hitting the button. Okay, that's good enough. I don't want the people that won the previous tournaments to fight each other round 1. Because that would make for a boring round 1. However, they could fight each other in finals, which would be kind of bad. And I accidentally skipped a match in the last one as well, so I just restarted the entire stream. But yeah, game 1, we have Zelda versus Ryu. And we are going to be at Midgar. So yeah, Cloud would have been in. This could have been his stage. Home field advantage. Zelda getting comboed from side B into up smash from there. I don't remember friending that person, but I'm just going to leave them there. Because I friended them by searching for local users, so... It must be somebody that I know, and I just forgot that that's their name. But yeah, they're playing Fortnite. I don't really play Fortnite that much, or I haven't played it in a while at least. It's been a few months. Ryu is starting to lose the lead that he had at the beginning there on Zelda. My stream replay keeps freezing, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. But yeah, Ryu is losing a first stock to Zelda here. I haven't streamed in a few days because I've been busy, but I have played a bit of Smash in between now and then. The reason that I'm not doing Final Fantasy today is because, I talked about my schedule before, but the reason I'm not doing what's normally on Wednesdays is because I haven't streamed in a while, and returning with Final Fantasy VII, that game's pretty slow. I wanted to do something that was a little bit more interesting. Zelda and Ryu are both pretty good on pairing. Almost got the tipper on that back air, I believe it was. It's definitely a deadly move. That's the first time I've seen Ryu's back air. It's not really the first, but it is a pretty rare occurrence to see that. To take a stock, but Zelda takes the stock right back from Ryu with tipper forward air. And lands an up smash as well. Zelda at 16, Ryu at 18.3. Now he's at 45.2 due to the little combo Zelda did into tipper forward air. But yeah, whenever the schedules, whenever I'm back for good, which I should be now, I'll talk about the schedule after this fight, because I'm kind of interested in this fight now. Because Ryu's starting to do pretty good. But Zelda landing the tipper forward air. I could see a comeback from Ryu. It's kind of hard for him to do in this matchup. Zelda kind of outranges him with projectiles. Ryu has to get in close to do a lot of damage. Because he comes from a game where most of the fighting is melee characters. I mean, you have characters that, Guile, for example, use a lot of range, but it's mostly fist fighting. Zelda at 158.8, getting sent nowhere from Ryu's back throw. The up air did connect though. A really cool thing Ryu and Ken can do is they can cancel their up air, for example, into an up special or something similar like that. They can cancel it into their specials and even their command inputs. So you can do up air, get the second hit in, and then instantly do Shoryuken afterwards. They can just cancel pretty much any one of their moves into it. Ryu landing another back air at 153.9% here. Oh, there goes my stream replay, finally deciding it wants to work. But yeah, Zelda at 82.1% here. Hasn't killed Ryu yet, but a tipper forward air or back air could definitely do it. Knight pretty much anything. Forward air is not going to be able to get the kill. But Shoryuken won't either. Ryu's now at 179.8% here. That Knight is going to take the stock. I was going to say it's going to be pretty close, but it did take the stock. Ryu with an unfortunate defeat round 1. But yeah, now that that's over, I wanted to announce my schedule because the stream that I announced it on didn't save for some reason. But Monday and Thursday will be World of Light. Once completed, it will probably be what I do, or I'll probably just do random stuff like something Smash related though. Wednesday will be the other game that I'm playing at the time, which right now it's Final Fantasy VII, but it could be anything. Like I could go back and play God of War since I never finished it. Tuesday will be CPU tournament, but since I missed it, I decided I'd do it today. And Friday through Sunday will be pretty much anything that I want to do, but it will mostly be viewer battles. So, yeah, just wanted to announce that I did have a schedule change. So, now things will be a little bit more planned than me just streaming whatever I feel like on whatever day. I mean, I can still do that like I did today, but that's gonna change from now on. But round 2, we have Mega Man versus Wolf. Or I mean, game 2 of round 1. Mega Man getting in a bit of pellets here in her back air. Beginning. Gets hit by his Metal Blade and comboed into Wolf's side special. Gets hit with the up special at the ledge because his invincibility was gone. Wolf almost landed the side special, but Mega Man did air dodge. Catches the Metal Blade as well. Lands 2 forward airs. My money's on Wolf for this fight, but I want Mega Man to win, I just know that he won't. Because Wolf is Wolf. I mean, I'm hoping that kind of changes in Update 3.0, but I like Wolf for now. He did land the tipper side special there, so he's not here to play. At Pokemon Stadium 2, I think I forgot to say the stage. Missed that side special, and Mega Man punishes with forward air. Thought we were going to see a down air, but he tried to go for back air. Luckily, Mega Man used Rush Coil to get out of there fast, so he was unaffected by it, because it missed. The back air definitely would have killed, though, unless, I guess, Mega Man not spiked, but, tech. He did land that forward smash, though, and took Wolf's first stock. Now he's at 175.4. Wolf going really low, I believe, for a footstool, but didn't even land it. Mega Man getting hit by the down air. Still alive, though, at 189.3%. Wolf at 31.5%. Mega Man still in his first stock, while Wolf's on his second, so maybe I was wrong, and Wolf's gonna lose. I guess we'll be able to tell whenever this is over. But for some reason, my stream replay isn't showing, so I actually don't know if the stream is good or not. I'm assuming it is, but it's kind of worrying me. Mega Man landing the forward air there for the kill, so Mega Man's a full stock ahead at 0%, while Wolf's at 9.2% on his tournament stock. So I guess I must have been wrong about Wolf pulling through with this one. I mean, he does have an easy to punish recovery, but it's kind of hard to get him there, especially for characters like Mega Man. Even though Mega Man can edge guard pretty well. Wolf doing a bit of a combo there, lands the forward smash to make somewhat of a comeback, actually. We could definitely see it happen. Last game was the closest we've ever seen to a pretty decent comeback between Ryu and Zelda, although Ryu wasn't able to pull it through. Mega Man keeps landing these up airs. It's definitely putting Wolf at a very high percent disadvantage, but Wolf still alive at 106.1%, Mega Man at 1.2%. They're both on their tournament stocks. The back throw from Mega Man's not enough to kill. It does do a fair bit of percent. He gets the Leaf Shield in there as well. I was gonna say Leaf Blade, but that's incorrect. I mean, I know some of Mega Man's powers, but the down smash from Mega Man will take the stock from Wolf. So Mega Man is moving on, and I was wrong about Wolf winning. It seems that the top tiers never actually do good in CPU tournaments, which is kind of interesting to me. As I said before, I do these tournaments to see how to play certain characters, and then sometimes I do them for fun, but most of the time I want to learn characters, and the best way to learn characters is to see what they would do frame perfectly, I guess. Because that's what level 9 CPUs do, is they play the game frame perfectly. And yeah, for round 3 here, game 3 of round 1, sorry, we have Kirby versus Incineroar. Incineroar has won a tournament in the past. He won the first tournament in this set of 4. He did a pretty high damaging combo on Kirby. Got 90.1% out of it, so that's pretty good. He actually beat Kirby to get the championship in finals of that tournament, but Kirby went really low for that side special and was able to take the stock. Incineroar takes the stock with side special, of course. So it's an even game. Incineroar lands a down throw but doesn't follow it up. Lands a side special but doesn't go for the timing on it, I guess. And forward air there. Another, or I believe that was back air actually. It was another one. Kirby with the rock. Gets a back air. Tries to land a rock, but it doesn't connect. Incineroar tries to go for a spike with down air. Didn't connect either. Kirby lands down air into jab. Gets a fair bit of percent on Incineroar. Doesn't even the game though. It was pretty close. Kirby's only at a slight disadvantage. The up air makes it a 4%. Lands neutral air. Kirby tries to land an up special afterwards, but didn't connect. And then Kirby takes the lead with the up throw. And Incineroar gains revenge off of the neutral air. So Kirby needs to play carefully around Incineroar, or else he could get severely punished with revenge. Pretty much any one of Incineroar's moves with the double revenge now could kill. Back throw for sure. Did about 60%. Kirby with another back air. Now it's an even game. Kirby has to eliminate Incineroar pretty quickly before Incineroar can get revenge or try and land a side special, any of that kind of stuff. It is pretty easy to edgeguard Incineroar, but Kirby seems to be playing on stage a lot more, which Incineroar definitely beats Kirby at that. But the down air from Kirby was enough to eliminate Incineroar. So Kirby is actually moving on to round 2. We will see who Kirby fights in the next game. It's either going to be Greninja or Lucina. So it'll be a top tier either way. It's not that great for Kirby, as Kirby's mid tier, I would say, actually, but most people low tier or low mid tier. I'd say he's medium, mid tier. He has the potential to be high tier if he was faster, but he's not fast now. They are fighting at Castle Siege, so small stage. Greninja with a pretty big advantage on Lucina. I would say Greninja's one of the things, or I guess one of the characters, that Lucina has to worry about. She only has to worry about a few. I would say Incineroar is one of them. He doesn't always win against Lucina, but if Lucina doesn't play carefully, then Incineroar can definitely take advantage of it with his speed. He's got a lot of speed and a lot of combos that work on Lucina. Lucina landing parry into up throw into up tilt, I believe. Although Greninja's up smash hits through the platform and does eliminate Lucina. Lucina lands down air but didn't get a follow up. Gets hit by the last part of the neutral special there from Greninja, so it didn't do too much damage. Lance jab. Foot Soul's Lucina, that definitely will kill. But yeah, Greninja at 80.1%. Still on on the first stock. Lucina's on tournament stock at 0%. She has a long way to go before she can win this game, but she can still win, I guess. It's definitely going to be an uphill battle at this rate. Let me try and use the other Twitch dashboard, because this one doesn't seem to be working properly. Technical difficulties here, making sure that the stream is still on. It looks fine, but I'm just still worried about it, as I've kind of stated before. I'm just going to use the other dashboard. Yeah, Lucina does take a stock here from Greninja. Up smash from Greninja does take Lucina stock though, so Greninja gets the JV3. I'm a little biased towards Lucina winning that fight, because I'm a Lucina main, but Greninja definitely played an A game against Lucina. Lucina wasn't on their best game either, so now we have Pikachu Libre versus Sheik. Let's just say this match would have ended differently if the game that we were playing right now was Smash 4. I don't know if that's good or bad. I would kind of say that it's good. I don't really like how you play Sheik. Like, the playstyle of her is not that fun to me. Especially in this game where you do, like, no damage, but 150, it's not even kill percent. Unless you land a special. But Pikachu landed the down special there on Sheik. It did a lot of damage. And a neutral air as well. Pikachu with a pretty high advantage against Sheik. Tries to land another Thunder Jolt. Didn't connect though, as Sheik interrupted it. Sheik's sitting at 129.2% here. Lilac Cruise. It's not looking too well for her. Starting to get in a few pokes with aerials. Up air does connect for Pikachu. So does forward air. It's not enough to kill, but it was pretty close actually. That forward air, if it would have connected, would have killed, but Sheik air dodged through it. Lands the back air, didn't get the needles to follow up. Down air from Pikachu, even though it didn't spike, was enough to kill on stage at 156% against Sheik. Pikachu now at 91.0% and Sheik's at 0.0, now at 3.1 from Thunder Jolt, but Sheik seems to just be spamming down air, and it seemed to be working for a bit whenever she was doing it. Sheik's doing a really good job of approaching Pikachu, I will say. You can see Sheik just going in and trying to get a few pokes with aerials, or with I don't know what the move's called. Ooh, that up special wasn't that great though. But the down special from Sheik, Bouncing Fish is what it's called. Sheik will kind of retreat or approach with Bouncing Fish, but most of the time she approaches with a back air or a forward air to try and throw out some damage, even though it's only like 2 or 3 damage with either hit. And it's not that much damage, but it's enough to scare off Pikachu for a bit. Pikachu's still at the first stock though, 133.4%. Sheik's at 21.7%. Back air from Pikachu did connect, did a bit of percent on Sheik. Tried to get forward smash after parrying the needles, although Sheik was able to shield as needles are projectiles, so parrying them really doesn't affect the other character in the fight. Forward air did connect. So did forward smash. Pikachu going deep, didn't get a kill. Pikachu's now probably at kill percent for Sheik, I would say. I mean, Pikachu is the lighter character. Didn't get the grab. The bomb is gonna be able to kill Pikachu, and it does. So now Pikachu's at 0% second stock, and Sheik's hit. So another JV3. I thought Pikachu was going to use Sheik's approach to her advantage, because Pikachu Libre's a girl. That kind of became a meme for a while, but yeah, I thought she was going to use Sheik's approach to her advantage by timing Sheik out. But turns out she just wanted to trap Sheik into ending lag. But yeah, Falco's starting to do an infinite. Didn't finish it out though. Against King Dedede here at Wily Castle. I stopped calling him Willy. King Dedede at 69.3%, Falco at 31.4% at the beginning of this game. King Dedede was the winner of the last tournament. It's been so long since that tournament happened that I don't actually remember who he played. I saw who Incineroar played because I was trying to make sure that I had the right contestants for this fight on YouTube, but I didn't see who King Dedede beat. I believe it was Mario, actually, but I'm not 100% sure. Mario is in this tournament in his USA Golf outfit, but Falco lands forward smash there for the first stock against King Dedede. King Dedede lands a pretty smart Gordo against Falco. Falco seems to just be outspacing Dedede with aerials, reflecting Gordos to be safe, stuff like that. Whenever he does get to the approach, you can see he's doing stuff like up smashing and his aerials, because his aerials are pretty good in this game. I mean, Falco's aerials have always been pretty good, but in this game I would say they're not exactly at their peak. I would say they were at their peak in Melee, but they're pretty close. So obviously Fox and Falco kind of dominated Melee's competitive scene, and still do. Jigglypuff's also up there, although most people don't like Jigglypuff. King Dedede is sitting at 130.4% here against Falco. At 0%. Both on their second stock though. King Dedede, all he really has to do is just get in like 2 down airs off stage and Falco's dead, and then just do that again, but Falco's not really letting him approach. Hits him with the Gordo and his foot, so he does take the stock against Dedede. Lands another up special, that does a lot of damage, but doesn't have that much knockback. I always try to land up throw to up special, but it never seems to connect. Whenever it does, it's pretty cool though. Like, I like doing stuff like that. Sending people into the top blast zone. It's a lot more challenging to send people to the top blast zone like that than it is to send them to the sides or to the bottom blast zone. gets a bit of percent there with the combo using the Gordo. King DDD should be able to make it back to stage. Falco does boost him a little bit as well. And Falco actually SDs while trying to kill King DDD. I believe if Falco wouldn't have tried to edgeguard King DDD the second time, then DDD would have died and this fight would be over by now. But Falco's just trying to make it last longer to embarrass the King, I guess. Because Falco, it looks like he definitely has one in the bag. King DDD could do some crazy stuff though. I mean, you never really know with him. But, I mean, he did something there. I don't know what happened, but somehow Falco was hit by the Gordo even though he reflected it. Though Falco did land the up smash there, and it did take King DDD stock as he was at like 140% or 150, somewhere around there. But yeah, Falco moves on to round 2. Now we have Battle 7 of round 1, Lucas versus Inkling. I actually don't know who wins this fight. Next fight I know who wins. It rhymes with, or I guess I'll just say it's Olimar. I mean, it's Olimar versus Little Mac. So now we have Lucas versus Inkling here at Yoshi's Island Melee. The stage is hazardless, so I don't think Cloud shows up on hazardless, or I believe his name's Larry or something like that. I know he has a name, I just never learned his name. I don't think he shows up on hazardless, though. Lucas will be able to make it back to stage for that PK Thunder, although Inkling has dealt a lot of percent to Lucas here. Inkling's running low on ink. Inkling's doing a really good job of pressuring Lucas by just spamming aerials and stuff in his face. Lucas really can't do anything to get Inkling off, which I guess is Inkling's goal in this situation. Forward air does kill. So, Lucas is now on the second stock. Inkling's still on the first. There's not really much Lucas can do in this fight, other than try and spam PK Fire or aerials, but it doesn't seem to be working out for him. I mean, Inkling is doing a pretty good job of just dodging the aerials. Up smash is going to be enough for Lucas, though. Lucas at 24.5%, Inkling at 3.2%, both on their second stock. Lucas is starting to be able to space out Inkling here. Tried to land the PK Fire, did not connect though. Up air from Inkling's not going to be enough to kill. Dodges the PK Thunder. Doesn't dodge that PK Fire though. Lucas blocks a bomb. Neutral air from Lucas does connect, and so does the back air. Now it's a pretty even game, even though Lucas was losing pretty badly at the beginning. Inkling's starting to get momentum back, I think, but Lucas seems to be doing a good job of playing up close in Inkling's face. Gets the grab into forward throw, although it doesn't really do anything. Lucas lands a PK Thunder. It also didn't do much in terms of percent. Splat Bomb, for some reason, launches towards the blast zone. Don't understand that when it was thrown away from the blast zone, but I guess it makes sense. Lucas did lose the stock from it though, as he was at 150% after it detonated. Inkling was able to edgeguard the tether, although PK Thunder did allow Lucas to get back to stage. Gets a trip, and another down tilt after tripping with down tilt, although didn't get any follow-ups outside of that. Parried Inkling, lands up through, does kill. Looks at 40.4% and Inkling at 0%. I'm gonna move my mic a bit away from my mouth because I'm pretty sure I'm breathing into it, but I hope not. Yeah, I do have allergies right now from all the weather changing here, so. Luke's is at 112.5% here, Inkling at 20.5. And Luke is surviving the down smash, actually. Must have hit like a sour spot, because it really didn't send him anywhere, it just did the percent. Zair into forward air into, okay, neutral air to up air. Lucas is doing some weird combos. Back throw, not going to be enough to kill Lucas from Inkling. Lucas is at 179% and still alive. PK Fire connects. Neutral air from from Inkling does kill Lucas. I guess he DI'd toward the blast zone. I really don't know what happened there. I don't think Lucas should have died from that, but he still did. 10 minutes away from a timeout as well, so I guess I'm not complaining too much. But now we have Olimar versus Little Mac. I would say that we could skip this battle, but I never skip battles, so we are going to watch it. Looks like we're at Kalos Pokemon League from the description, and we are. If we were at Prism Tower, then this would definitely be an Olimar game. Although Little Mac actually has advantage here from the forward smash. Olimar is getting in a bit of damage with the Pikmin. He needs to be getting more Pikmin on Mac. Mac counters the Pikmin, and it seemed to get rid of the Pikmin. I didn't know that was a thing. Gets the forward air with purple, because purple Pikmin do a lot more damage. It's really good to have them around, although they weigh more, so our Olimar's recovery is a little worse, and his grab range is worse. But he does a lot more damage with them. The white ones increase grab range, I'm pretty sure. So they're the best ones to have around in terms of that. And they're also the lightest Pikmin. They don't decrease his weight though. They still increase it, but a lot less than the other Pikmin do. Whenever he has no Pikmin, that's when he's the lightest. Because physics, if you have more weight on you, then you're lighter than if you have... if you have more weight on you, you're heavier than if you have less weight. But yeah, Little Mac seems to have advantage in terms of percent, although he is a stock behind from Olimar. His recovery was not enough to be able to save him. Down smash from Little Mac does take Olimar's first stock. Olimar at 0%, Little Mac at 105.5%. Lance neutral air. That's one of the few moves that you could do with Solomar, which is Olimar without Pikmin. Like he's not anymore, but he was for a while. Little Mac tried to counter, although Olimar didn't really do anything. Parried into up smash, which was good. Countered, I believe Olimar tried to down air. Little Mac's actually doing pretty decent against Olimar now. Does have KO punch, so Olimar does need to play carefully. Purple Pikmin does remove the KO punch. I didn't know if Pikmin could remove it or not. If Pikmin could remove it, I was going to be kind of surprised. Olimar's back throw did kill Little Mac at 190% there after the back throw was done. So Little Mac survived to 200%. I'm pretty sure that's the first time in history that's happened. But now Olimar has 2 purple Pikmin, which is Little Mac's player's worst nightmare for sure. It's pretty much any player's worst nightmare is Olimar with 2 purple Pikmins. Or actually, with 5 purple Pikmin like in Brawl. Or I don't know if he could have 5 purple Pikmin, but he could have 5 Pikmin at once. I don't even know if purples were in that game because I don't remember much of Brawl. As I played it when I was a lot younger than I am now. Up air from Olimar does take the stock. That was actually a kind of close game. Like, Olimar was on his last stock there. He did get a JV too, but I thought it was going to be a 3 stock for sure. The little back did play pretty well. I mean, he did have a hard bracket. Like, he had to play Olimar. If he won that game, then he would have had to play Inkling. Like, it just wasn't going to allow him to win, pretty much. So now we have Zelda versus Mega Man for the first game of round 2. Whoever wins this moves on to semifinals, and then whoever wins that moves on to finals. I haven't actually entered the results from the last tournament, so I'm going to be super behind on interim results. That's why I don't have... Okay, Mega Man, just land that down there. But yeah, that's why I don't have the seeding yet. But I will do seeding on number 12, which is the next stream. I'll do it after that tournament's done. I'll do the results and show you how I enter results live and stuff like that. And then I'll determine, based on who's entering the tournament, who's going to win. Or like, what's the seeding going to be. And then episode 16, I'll do the same thing, and then we'll actually probably do the Contest of Champions tournament in a separate stream for suspense. Yeah, Mega Man took an early lead here with a down air. He was only at 22%, Zelda was at like 60%. Now he's at 115.2%, and Zelda's at 56.6%. Did get hit by the Crash Bomber there. It almost killed, but Mega Man actually knew how to DI. So, that was good from him. Two up airs. It was enough to kill Zelda somehow. Dashing around. Tries to land a Crash Bomber, instead it gets thrown on him. Or I think it was on Zelda's hand, because I saw some kind of glow that looked like Crash Bomber, so it would have been thrown on Mega Man after he got back thrown or whatever, and then would have exploded at the top, but he died before it exploded, if it was even there. So it didn't matter too much. Mega Man's at 5.9% now. Second stock, Zelda's at 86.6 tournament stock. 2 up airs will be enough to take the stock, though. And Mega Man is pretty ruthless in this tournament so far, in terms of up airs. That down air is pretty ruthless, but he's just not, or he doesn't really care about anyone in terms of up air spam. Now we have Kirby versus Greninja. I mean, Kirby was able to defeat Incineroar, so I don't know if Greninja will be that much of a problem. According to that combo, Greninja will not be a problem for Kirby. Yeah, Kirby's already out comboing Greninja by a lot. He tried to shadow sneak away, but Kirby read it and up smashed him. Gets the forward special. We could see a 0 to death from Kirby here, and we did see it with the up smash. Kirby at 0%, Greninja at 0%, Kirby's on the first stock though, and Greninja's on the second stock. But now Greninja's starting to do some stuff. Landed neutral air and a shadow sneak. Missed that shadow sneak, but did land a back air. Kirby does an up throw. Almost resets percents, and now he has a 0.2% lead. It's a little bit higher now with the neutral air and forward smash. But yeah, it was pretty close before that. But yeah, I was going to say earlier when I said Kirby could be in high tier, I was referring to his combo. I don't know what happened to him when I was saying in, but yeah, Kirby could be in high tier, I think, if his speed was a little bit higher in the air, because his combos are kind of insane. Like you saw at the beginning there with the 0 to death, the first part of it where he did like down air into up throw, into like forward smash into up smash. It was kind of a weird combo that just worked for some reason. That's pretty much how Kirby combos work. You start with down air, you follow into some kind of another aerial or a smash maybe. You can also do a throw to get an aerial or a smash out of that at lower percent. But most of the time with down air, what I do is I always up smash afterwards if they're on the ground. And then I try and do forward air into short hop down air and stuff like that whenever I play Kirby. But yeah, I think Kirby's a decent character. I think he's kind of underrated because he has a lot of weird combos that kind of just work from down air and his other aerials that no one really talks about. Everyone just says that he's a bad character because of his slow airspeed, which it is slow. It's kind of bad to have a slow airspeed, but he has 5 jumps, and he has an up special that sends him upwards as well. So, he has ways of recovering. You just have to plan how you're going to recover. I would say his only, like, bad matchups that are just terrible for him are just, top tier matchups though, so that's another problem with Kirby, is that he struggles against top tiers. Like Greninja, although he was able to defeat Greninja there. And we'll be playing Mega Man in semifinals. Now we have Pikachu Libre versus Falco. At Final Destination here. If this was Melee, this fight would end very differently. But I mean, this isn't the first game Pikachu was top tier in. He was top tier in 64. That was a he when he was in 64. In this game, Pikachu could be a girl in the Pikachu Libre outfit, obviously, from the heart tell, is how you can tell. Because Pokemon do have gender differences, or at least some of them do, but most of them don't. And then some Pokemon don't even have genders. It's just blank on the symbol. Pikachu does have a bit of a lead on Falco here, although Falco's kept it pretty close. Down special from Pikachu did connect, although he didn't follow up. I mean, she didn't follow up. Lands the side special to get back to stage though. Falco able to get back to stage with up special. Falco didn't really edgeguard Pikachu properly there, and Pikachu was able to get back to stage and punish Falco for not edgeguarding. There we go. My mic should be a little bit better now. But Pikachu gets a throw with Falco. Surprised he didn't up throw, because up throw is a kill throw for Pikachu. It kills at higher percents, but it does work. You can also do up throw and down special at mid-high percents, I would say. I'm pretty sure up throw would have killed Falco at 150%, and then up throw into down special would kill at 100%, for example. Because it's a really busted confirm. I always try and land it if I'm losing, and the other person's at around 100. The main problem is you can DI to the left or right to get out of it. But you just have to expect it. But yeah, Falco was able to take Pikachu's stock. Pikachu is actually behind, gets a bit of a combo there to take the lead. And a neutral air. I'm noticing Pikachu uses Thunder Jolt a lot. Whenever I play Pikachu, I don't use Thunder Jolt that much, and I'm pretty sure Thunder Jolt tripped Falco there. I've never seen it trip before. I didn't see Libre do another move, so... Falco's trying to space out Pikachu with neutral special, though Thunder Jolt's a much better projectile in this case. Falco didn't really edgeguard Pikachu at all, and Ledge Trap either. So, back throw from Pikachu is not enough to kill, but forward air will. Falco at 0% last stock. Pikachu is at 108.3% second stock. Now 127.1. There's about a minute left in this fight, so Pikachu could try and time Falco out, although now that won't work, so... I mean, they could still go to, Sudden Death. I forgot what it's called, because I haven't been to Sudden Death since Smash 4. I mean, I played Ultimate Sudden Death for the challenge, but that's the only time that I've played it. I didn't start using, timers on fights until last month, and I never really play online that much, that's why I hadn't seen it. Yeah, Falco's at 138.9% here, still alive after the up air. Pikachu's at 18.5. If I were Falco, I would be trying to get away from Pikachu, just trying to zone Pikachu out for the next 17 seconds. I mean, I really don't like 5-minute fights, because if the entire set were full of 5-minute fights, and there's 16 of them, that's going to be a long time. They're both really good at teching, although that was an untechable hit. Falco did survive at a 216.7%. They are in sudden death now, so yeah, down air from Pikachu won't be able to take it. Falco could have tried to do up special, maybe, and then aim it at Pikachu. Like do up special to the right. I'm pretty sure that would have been enough to kill Pikachu during sudden death, especially with the screen zooming in, but I don't know. Haven't tested sudden death enough. I actually need to play in sudden death more, because last time I played sudden death I lost. So I need to get good strategies. Okay, now we have Inkling versus Olimar. For my mains, I mean. This is game 8, I believe? Or no, game 4 of round 2. Isn't it? I actually lost count. Either way, this is the last game on this side of bracket, and then we'll move over to the next side for semifinals. Olimar's up special was not enough to bring him back to stage, and he did lose his stock. I'm pretty sure that was at 0%, I really couldn't tell, because it turned from like 0 to 18 as soon as they touched the blast zone for some reason. We are at Prism Tower, so I feel like the stage did cheat him slightly. But I'll let it slide, because it's Olimar, and no one... I don't think anybody likes the characters that are in this matchup, honestly. If they play Smash, if they play Splatoon, they might like Inkling. If they play Pikmin, then they might like Olimar. But if you just know these characters from like Smash Brothers and you rarely play Splatoon or Pikmin, like I do, then you just hate playing against both of these characters in Smash Brothers Ultimate. Because they're both campy, and they both just like to run away and poke. Although Inkling can do a little bit better than poking, Olimar really can't. He did land that down air though on Inkling. It did kill him. So now Inkling's at second stock 4% from the blue Pikmin. Olimar's at 80.9% second stock. Okay, so basically what he just did there was he whistled the forward smash because it has like invincibility or something like that on frame 2, I believe. So that's what happened. The game didn't glitch out, but I've heard of that before. It's kind of hard to pull off a whistle, because I'm pretty sure it only has like 1 frame of invincibility. I'm not sure on how it works. All I know is that you do have some sort of invincibility whenever you do it, and that Olimar mains do it a lot during fights. Not only to reorder the Pikmin, but to survive hits like that. Inkling did run out of ink, and I don't know what that was, honestly. Inkling kind of just ran out of ink and sat on the ground and didn't know what to do. But Olimar took advantage of that, I guess, and now has the lead at 142.6% second stock. Inkling got tournament stock on 55.8%. The white Pikmin was kind of throwing me off because it kept attacking the Inkling. But yeah, Olimar keeps getting these parries, but it's not going to be enough to kill the Inkling yet. Up throw into up air with purple Pikmin might be able to kill Inkling, although Olimar lost the purple Pikmin. He does have a red Pikmin, which is a pretty good alternative. Yellow Pikmin's good as well. Lands the up smash and it does take the stock, so Olimar is moving on to semifinals. All of the previous winners from the past tournaments are gone, so who knows who's going to win. From here, I want to say I like all the characters in this tournament that are left except for Olimar, so it's kind of hard to choose because I play all of the games that these characters are from, like Mega Man, Kirby, and Pokemon for Pikachu. So, I mean, I don't really like Pikachu though. As a Pokemon, it's not that great in like stats, and Pikachu's not my favorite Pokemon. I like Rayquaza actually. It was the cover legendary from the first game I played, but I also like Blaziken because he was my starter Pokemon in Emerald. So that was the first Pokemon game that I played, in case you're wondering. But I want to say Kirby wins this. I like Kirby games a lot. They're pretty fun. Most of them are easy, and then they get harder towards the end, and they're kind of complicated in a way. But the last one wasn't that great. The last Mega Man game was good though, Mega Man 11. I kind of want to play that on stream, because I do have it on the Switch. On cartridge. I also have Kirby Star Allies on the Switch, so I might play both of them. Or I might wait until the next Kirby game, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be another one that comes on the Switch before the Switch's life cycle's over, even if it is just a port of, like, Planet Robobot or something like that. I've never actually played that one. I played Kirby Squeak Squad, Kirby's Adventure, and Kirby Star Allies. Those are the only ones that I played. But the gameplay's kind of been the same throughout all Kirby games. Up air from Mega Man, didn't really let Kirby touch the ground, although Kirby was able to, using Rock. With Mega Man, I've only played Mega Man 2 and 11. But I'm kind of interested to play the rest of the series. I don't know about X though, because X looks different. I kind of just like the Mega Man 2 and 11 style of Mega Man. Not so much Mega Man X number 700 or whatever. And then for Pokemon, I played all generations except for 4, because I've never been able to, I guess, even see a Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum version cartridge or anything like that. The first one I played was Emerald, and then I played Fire Red. Then I played X, Sun. Then I played Heart Gold. And then I played Pokemon Red and then Pokemon Gold. And after that, I played Ultra Sun. Or I played Pokemon Moon, not Pokemon Sun, but then I also played Ultra Sun. And those are all the Pokemon games that I played. I mean, I also have the one that's on the Switch, Pokken Tournament, and then Pokemon, the Quest one where they're all cubes or whatever. But that's it. And the gameplay's been the same throughout most of those games. Oh, and I've also played Let's Go Pikachu. Because I should add that one to the list. That one's a newer one, so I kind of forgot about it. But yeah, back to the game. Mega Man's not doing that well. I let Kirby just SD there, but Kirby's fine. I don't really know what the plan was there. Up air from Mega Man's not going to be enough to kill us. Kirby switch over to Rock Form to get a boost towards the ground, I guess. It wasn't enough to save Kirby that time though. Mega Man did take a stock. Mega Man at 83.3% here, Kirby at 11.3%. Both on their tournament stock, so this is going to be I don't know if it'll be a lasting game, but it's going to be a pretty close game. Forward special from Kirby, not enough. Down special is going to be enough though. As Mega Man was team rocketed. And Kirby moves on to finals. Beating the Blue Bomber, Incineroar, and Greninja as well. Now we have Pikachu Libre versus Olimar.
3, 2, 1, go!
Forward air from Pikachu, doing a bit of damage on Olimar here. He did land a Pikmin, so Pikachu is at a higher percent than Olimar. Somehow the blue Pikmin blocked the first hit of down air, so I'm pretty sure that prevented Olimar from getting spiked. I don't know how the blue Pikmin hit Pikachu, so that was kind of weird. Unless the blue Pikmin was on Pikachu and I didn't notice that happen. Down smash for Pikachu sends to the left, so it won't kill, but it did do a lot of damage. Pikachu surprisingly has a lead in percent on Olimar here. Usually whenever you're playing Olimar, they have like so many Pikmin on you and have done so much chip damage that they're at like 20% and you're like 60%, for example. Because they've been able to get so many Pikmin throws and just forward airs and up airs on you that it started to build up over time and you've barely been able to hit them because you've been trying to get all the Pikmin off of you and stuff like that. Pikachu keeps landing these Thunder Trolls to space out Olimar, even though Olimar did take a stock against Pikachu that I kind of forgot to mention. But, yeah, Olimar at 162.8% surviving the up air. Doesn't survive that one, though. Pikachu's at 42.8%. I would say this matchup, if this were like a true competitive tournament, would be pretty even. But in CPU, I would say Olimar wins this, even though I want Pikachu to win it actually, because I like Pokemon. But I would say Olimar wins this. So far, I have not wrong. He's landing a lot of down airs and back throws. He's mostly going for aerials, so he's not really playing safe, but he doesn't have to. As he's kind of got almost a 100% lead on Pikachu here. The up air with the yellow Pikmin was enough to kill Pikachu there. So now he has a stock lead, with Pikachu at the tournament stock. Forward smash is enough to kill the white Pikmin. That was on Pikachu Libre. Olimar has 2 purples and a yellow Pikmin, so the side splash from Pikachu killed the yellow Pikmin before sending Pikachu outwards. Lands down there with the red Pikmin. The purple Pikmin would have done more damage, but the red Pikmin, I believe, does the second most amount of damage whenever used as a weapon. Which is kind of weird to think about how Olimar attacks. He just grabs Pikmin by the antenna, I guess, and just kind of swings them at people or throws them around. Pikachu landing the up air there is enough to kill Olimar. Pikachu at 76.4% and Olimar's at 9.7%. Lands the back air. A down air had like no lag, but this match has almost been 5 minutes. It's at 4 minutes and 10 seconds pretty much, so it's been a long one. We could see Pikachu Libre make a comeback, honestly, because all she has to do is just land a down air off stage, or Thunder, and not get hit by Olimar as he's getting spiked. But it looks like Pikachu Libre is going to get hit with a forward smash there. It's not enough to kill, but it did a lot. The back air would have killed because it was with the purple Pikmin. Olimar barely making it back to stage is able to tech the down air. Looks like Pikachu's trying to time out Olimar, which is definitely a good strategy, as it doesn't look like Pikachu's going to win this without timing out Olimar. They do need to space each other out, though, if they actually want to do that. And they do. So time happened again. This is the second time that happened. That's never happened before in CV. But, Olimar did land the forward air with the yellow Pikmin. It was enough to kill Pikachu, even though it was a less effective attack due to it being an electric type on an electric type. Luckily it wasn't a lightning rod Pikachu, or else that would have healed Pikachu. Or like gave it a damage boost. I don't really remember what lightning rod does off the top of my head. But now we have Kirby versus Olimar for finals. So yeah, Pikachu timing out Olimar didn't really do anything, as Olimar was still able to win. And we get to see Wispy Woods for the finals. We could see him get his first kill of the day. I still haven't tallied up his kills, because I always forget. We could see it right here. All they have to do is go directly underneath the stage and get pineappled. That counts as Wispy Woods getting a kill. Up smash from Kirby gets rid of the Pikmin. Kirby actually has a percent lead on this Olimar. Lands the neutral air as well to keep the percent lead. Lands the down special, and it is an untechable hit for Olimar, so Olimar does lose the stock there. He was in a position to where the only thing he could do was get hit by it. So, I mean, he could try and move around, but I'm pretty sure he would have been too slow because I think he had a purple with him. And he also wouldn't have been able to make it back to stage, so he was dead either way. That's the fastest option though. King Dedede is spectating in the background. Kirby was able to tech the down air. Wasn't able to tech that one, but it did not kill. Although Kirby SD'd, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if Kirby ran enough jumps or not, because I wasn't counting. But, I mean, I guess it worked for Olimar. Kirby at 0% second stock, Olimar at 100.3 second stock. Gives up on the down air, and then tries to land a back air, but Olimar techs it. That was a techable hit. If it's red, then it's untechable. And it's kind of hard to tell at what percent something becomes an untechable hit. But I would say, like, let's say if it's Incineroar's side special, I think that would be an untechable hit at 110. For Pichu, I would say that would be an untechable hit at like 90%. If it was some sweet spot, no revenge, side special, off stage, hits the side of Dreamland 64, I would say that kills Pikachu at 90%. If that was with revenge, I would say that would be untechable at 60% for Pichu. With full revenge, that is. But then you have characters like Bowser who are super heavy. I would say a non-revenge side special with the sweet spot or whatever you want to call it. The timing's correct, so it does the most damage and knockback. I would say that becomes untechable at 150%. And then with revenge it's at like 130%. If I just had to guess off the top of my head. But yeah, this game's become close towards the end here. Olimar was able to get a stock off of Kirby, and seems to be landing a lot of down airs that missed the neutral air, but keeps landing these up airs. I think I said down air before when I meant up air. My voice is kind of gone for talking because I haven't talked for an hour straight in 2 days. I don't usually do much talking off stream. I'm usually by myself most of the time. But yeah, I think my throat's good now. I just had to drink water. I do have some water next to me. Kirby going really deep, although didn't get anything out of it, I guess some percent, but if Kirby would have landed down there, I believe it would have killed Olimar. But Kirby didn't go for it. We could see another timeout, which would kind of be weird, I guess. Kirby was able to footstool Olimar, but it didn't really affect his recovery too much. Lands the up smash and it did kill. But yeah, if we saw another timeout, then I would ban Olimar from the tournaments, because it seems like Olimar and Falco just like to get timeouts. Or who timed out Falco? I'm pretty sure it was Pikachu that timed out Falco and Olimar. But yeah, Kirby is the champion. Somehow won against all of these top tier characters and characters that have won tournaments against top tiers. And Kirby is still a mid tier for some reason. In the next tier list, he's high mid tier for sure, unless he gets nerfed in 3.0, because that's when our next tier list will be, is whenever Joker's released in 3.0. Or they're saying he's supposed to be released in 3.0, but just because it's a 0.0 update doesn't mean a character has to come with it, because there's also going to be new modes that come out, and I will be playing those if they're games like Stage Builder and like hit the target and stuff like that, like people think they're gonna be. But yeah, that was the tournament. Time is it 8:27? Yeah, that tournament went on for a while as there were a lot of timeouts. But I'm not gonna do another tournament tonight. I'm going to probably just end the stream here, as it has been an hour and 7 minutes. It's been a pretty long stream, but I am kind of out of time as well. But yeah, I guess I hope to see everyone in the next stream. Hopefully I will be able to stream more now. I was kind of busy the last 2 days. Monday I didn't have time to stream, but Tuesday my ear was kind of being weird, the one that I had surgery on. So, got that fixed, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, I guess I hope to see everyone in the next stream.